Okay, I will be sending it to you now
Okay. Where are you going to send it?
on Zoom.
Okay, perfect. Chat. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, why can't I just copy, select all, control copy? I can't paste it. I can't copy paste it. Maybe I can't copy paste it. Can you send it to me on Skype or Telegram, please?
Yeah, sure. I will be sending it to the Tea and Hot Sauce group.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, hold on.
You could choose.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, we are live now, and you will be able to start in 30 seconds.
Okay. Cool. So we are live. Are we
Yes.
joined by anybody?
Hold on. There's two watching right now
Hello,
on
everybody.
YouTube.
How is
Yes.
everybody doing? I am doing great. I hope everybody um, is trading safe because of this news out of the UK, right? So why don't we start with that? And on that note, let me just share my screen. Hello, Ainsley. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks, Orlando. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Well, do you remember yesterday we were talking about the pound not doing anything? Well, today it was completely the opposite.
Fickle little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but I was talking to Ash today about this exactly, and my thought was that Boris Johnson saying that they will extend the deadline was not going to have a lot of pressure, bullish pressure in the pound. But when the news came out that they were going to actually continue the negotiations after tomorrow, yeah, the pound just flew. But
Yeah.
I think it's just um, a reaction to the news because I still see a lot of downside on that on the pound. But let's wait and see what happens because we also have
Yeah.
CPIs today. Yeah, we have what? Let me see. Yeah, PPIs today out of the US in about an hour. Um, but yeah, so how about you?
Look,
Were
I've
you on
been
that
watching.
pound trade?
I was not on that pound trade. I was I was I had my eye on some other spreadsheets that I'm working on at the moment, but I wasn't. I saw it spike and came straight back down again. Obviously, if you were watching it at the time, but it's climbed back up again. Like it spiked, came back down to what was it, 129.30 or 30 or 40, and then it's back. It's climbed, has climbed back up around the 129. Let me just get rid of that. I'm juggling two. It's back up to
Uh-huh.
129.75
But 1275. What market are you talking about? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
on the pound. I was just
Ah,
watching
the
that
pound versus the US
news.
dollar.
It spiked, and it looks like it's just done a bit of a up and down. It's gone straight up, but I actually
Yeah.
didn't. There you go. There's the huge spike, and then it's come back down again. Thought about it for a little bit, for a good half an hour, and then it just started to gradually climb back up again, and it's back up on the session highs. Well, it's climbing back up on that session high.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
in response to that news, so it is really intriguing that, as you said, when you see a spike like that, you expect it to on news or okay and back to sort of like a base level or continue on
Mm-hmm.
the existing trend, which was, as you said, um, pretty solidly down and very bearish. But
Mm-hmm.
look at it, it's still climbing. This is
Yeah,
really intriguing.
definitely. But the thing is that what I'm seeing on this chart in particular is this level right here, the 130, right on the
Yeah.
pound versus the US
Yeah.
dollar.
Oh well,
Uh,
that's going to,
and
yeah.
in my opinion, if it doesn't break this level, in my eyes, we are still pretty much bearish, and this would be a selling opportunity for me actually. Um,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
it hits that level, right? But I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'm going to be taking because there's. I mean, there's a phone call between PM Johnson and the EU Commission and the EU Commission President at 9:30 Brussels time. And there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of news coming out of the UK that a deal might be achievable, uh, not by tomorrow, right? But uh, very soon.
If they hadn't been able to get one so far, it's not going to happen by tomorrow. They've gone,
No, I mean, yeah, because I mean, tomorrow is Boris Johnson's deadline, right? And
oh,
that,
look,
uh,
what's a deadline's just a date to be broken. So, you know, they've
yeah,
broken
for
so
sure.
many. When did this all start? Was it 2016?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Let's have a look because it was. When was that? Right here, 2016. That that we had
Yeah,
the
2016.
referendum, right? This big spike down June 2016. So I mean, it's been a while, and it has chewed 2 p.m.s in the process. But
Well,
I
I've
don't
got to
know.
say, Ash entertained for a long time, hasn't it? He must be. He's so across it, and I mean, it's just, obviously it affects us. It really impacts one where he lives, but two what he trades. But oh wow, Phew.
Yeah, I'm gonna say out of this market today. Even though I'm still short the pound versus the yen. Uh, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other possibilities that I'm looking today because today in the United States, look at this market. I mean, the pre-market the pre-market in the US looks super eerie, because well today was the bank's earnings, and they all missed, so they're trading super low
Okay,
pre-market. So I believe that there's going to be some good sell opportunities in US equities at the open, and that's what I'm looking at. Actually, that's what I'm looking at. Not the pound. The pound to me is just a hold for the moment on the pound yen. And I've managed the trade. If I get stopped out, I'll be getting stopped out of break even. But I do believe that there's some levels to watch on the Nasdaq, not on the Nasdaq, on the S&P 500.
yep.
Because well, talking about how red the financial sector is.
It's very
uh,
red, isn't it?
huh?
Tis
I'm sorry.
very red. Tis
Yeah,
very red.
super red, super
Really red.
red. I mean, yeah, but let's have a look at the S&P 500 because this is the market that I'll be trying to play on a short at the break of the daily lows. Well, yesterday's lows, the daily lows must be these ones right here. But yeah, I mean, if we get a clean break on the open and a fast retest, I think that there's a good chance that we're going to continue down. And there's actually quite a few levels on the way down that I'm looking at for possible bounces. This is one of them, and this is the main one that I'm looking at, the 34.41. This is a CFD chart, so and CFDs differ from broker to broker, but I mean, but the price action is the same, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely, this is the play that I will be looking to take. Again, I don't know what's going to happen at the open when the volume comes in, but I mean, just by looking at Wells Fargo just released its earnings about 4 minutes ago, and they missed on EPS, and on revenue too. Bank of America had a loss of 17 billion. Goldman Sachs,
Oh,
yeah, Goldman Sachs, 10.778 billion. I mean, it's super, super bad. And
you say Goldman's had a loss as well.
yeah, Goldman Sachs, a
Okay.
loss of 10.78 billion.
Okay. Well, it's not petty cash, is it? We're not
No,
talking chump change here. We're talking.
no, not at all, not at all. But I mean, just based on those, just based on the bank's earnings, um, this is the play that I'll be looking to get in on. But again, I mean, I'm not gonna do anything pre-market, right? I'm gonna wait for the volume to come in.
Yep.
Uh, and I mean, I can let's have a look at the actual S&P 500, the mini S&P 500. Where is it? I don't even have it here. Uh-uh. Nope, I don't have it here. But in any case, this is what I'm looking at. What are you looking at, AC?
At the moment, I'm staying out. I I've been chopped a couple of times on gold actually, which is really just not my gig. And when I get to that point, especially with gold, it's time for me to take a bit of a breather. I've got the gold, and I've got a lot going on in the background. So
Yeah.
just at the moment, looking at gold, we had a huge takeoff last night down at
Mm-hmm.
dump with the US dollar, the increase in the value of the US dollar. US dollar strength and obviously gold took a nosedive. And then this morning, late morning, there was news out to say that the COVID vaccine, and gold reacted to this, which was really a bit odd, but I guess it's all related in there somewhere. But gold reacted to the news that, as you can see right down the bottom there, at 1880, what was it, 1882, it took back off again. News that the testing for the vaccine for COVID-19 has been suspended. I think it was Johnson and Johnson,
Yeah.
and there's been a problem with it, and they've suspended the trials. So there wasn't a lot of news around it. I didn't need a lot of news. All I saw was the price action on gold, and it zinged. As you can see, it's a 15-minute chart, and it just turned around and went back up again.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I saw
it
that
also
too.
hit a level, but the timing of the news was interesting. But
Vision.
yeah, I mean, look at that movement. It's hard. It's just, like, I often say, when it gets to looking like that, you call it death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Uh-huh.
Chop, chop,
Definitely.
chop, 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 slice,
I
slice, slice, slice,
actually,
slice.
yeah. I I actually got I tried to get long after I saw this rejection, but then I mean this is so choppy, Ainsley. Then I'm really staying out of this too.
Yeah, so me too. And like I said, I'm just needing to get a bit more direction. And for me, this is counter trend trading at the moment. My MACD and my EMAs are flat, and I'm not liking my indicators for a nice strong trend direction. So for me,
Yeah.
the ADX on the daily is below 25, and that's not good enough for me as a trend trader. I want
Uh-huh.
that up and zipping,
Mhm.
and a good rejection and a reversal pattern. That's that's mishmash. That's bleh.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely. But again, I, I don't know. It looks really good. I mean, the rejection looks
That
good, but
does. But
yeah,
that was again,
but there's no follow through, right? So
yes,
so
exactly. It was news based, and if you're saying to me the pound, you wouldn't trade the pound because it was all speculation and it was based on a news release. This is the same thing.
exactly. Yeah,
There is volume, and it's not a clear. That's what I'm saying. We don't have a clear direction. We've just got chop and
yeah,
ranging and chop, and it got to the 200 moving average on the daily, and then turned around and chopped down.
Yeah, definitely. I
It's
mean,
just, it's
so,
hard. And
yeah,
seasonally, as I said, there's normally a really good sell-off. And you look at normally, seasonally, every 4 years coming into the presidential election, a
uh-huh.
US presidential election, you have a sell-off. You have a rally on the S&P, and you normally have a sell-off in a good
Gold.
10 days before, or actually between the 8th of October. There is a good sell-off between the 8th and the 26th, and then it will continue down. But that's not, I wouldn't call that a good sell-off, would you?
Oh no, I wouldn't call it a good sell-off either. I mean, this is just a 2-hour chart. Uh, at
That's
all. I mean, I wouldn't call this a good sell-off either. Well, yeah, it is,
yeah,
but
it was, but it was.
yeah, you took that one, right?
I can't, that was that was kind of, a lot of things happened back then. Um, so
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, but the thing is that
it's
I mean, there's no direction really in gold, and
no direction.
no, 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 at all. And I've been looking, and actually, if we go to the, I mean, to the 50-minute chart, let me see my other screen. Yeah, 30-minute chart. I mean, this looks, I mean, I mean, this is untradeable to me, right?
Yeah,
Neither to the upside or to the downside. But if we talk levels, right, just for a day trade or so, if gold managed to get and retest these lows right here and rejects the lows around the 1910, this could, I mean, forming a pattern of some kind, right? Or for a reversal and a defined risk to reward ratio. This could, I mean, and if it breaks, it could bring some bearish pressure. I mean, but that's a lot of ifs. That's a lot of ifs, right? But again,
yeah.
yeah, the level that I would be watching for today, for today's session, for today's New York session, would be like the 1910 or so. Uh-huh.
It's going to
Uh,
struggle for a bit around that 1900. It's a round number. It's a solid round number, 1900, and it will take a bit to crack it. It's poked above, but you've got a false breakout and it's come back down again. So
Yeah, definitely. I saw that one. I saw that one, and I saw some traders that got caught in that false breakout. And really, I was talking to a friend that, I mean, he started to buy gold around these levels, right? And I think that bought more at the break of the 1900, and I couldn't understand why he was doing that, just based on price action itself, right?
yeah,
Uh-huh. And right now I have a massive headache, so I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little bit slow. All right. Okay. Let's talk about the Nasdaq, because this is the other one that I'm looking for today. Uh, this is the 12,265 level. It's this previous base right here. I don't trade head and shoulders. I mean, I don't like head and shoulders because of the probability of success that they have. It's the lowest that I mean, to me, it's the pattern with the lowest probability of success. But I mean, just looking at price action, it looks very toppy, right? Like buyers giving up at this level, so maybe some profit taking. But if again, if we have a sell-off on at the open, um, this also has a potential to go and retest these lows, the previous highs. The thing is that I don't know if we're going to get a big retracement out of U.S. equities, to get in on another buy, like we had. Where was it? I mean, I took this one, and that even and this one even was a big retracement, but I don't believe that we're going to go back to the 11,600 level for a continuation, because that's a big move. Let me see, from current price action, that's a 4.64 percent move to the downside. So it's not I mean, it's plausible, but not really, right?
yeah.
Again,
You'd need all top five of those tech stocks to take a nosedive.
Excuse me?
You need some tech stocks to really make a big, for them all to take a nosedive to impact
Yeah,
the
yeah,
equities markets.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But and that's why I mean that's why I'm just waiting for the U.S. Open to see what the volume brings in, given the fact that that today was banks earnings in the U.S. and they all missed expectations. So I don't know if that's going to have any pressure on the Nasdaq, given the fact that the Nasdaq is more tech oriented, right? But let's see, let's wait and see. Apparently that's about it. I'm just looking at these two markets and just waiting to see uh, if we have a rejection on the pound. Well, right now, just this. I'll show you what I'm looking at. GBP, Japanese yen, right? Again, another level here on the pound yen that I'm looking at. And this is my make it or break it level on the pound yen around these lows. And if we go to a 50-minute chart, it looks like that rally that we had because of the news that they were going to continue the negotiations. It's about, it's about ending at this level. If we, this would be a nice, and again, if there's a real rejection of this level and a break of these lows, I reckon this could be a nice opportunity to get in on short again on the
Yeah.
pound versus the yen, and also because the yen is flying. Not flying. This is the yen
So
futures.
the yen, dollar yen.
No, this is the yen futures.
Oh,
Uh, and this is another reason why I wanted to take that short on the pound versus the yen and I took it when the yen futures broke with this structure, right? But they seem to be topping right here, and I'm not going to read those numbers because the 0.009250, right? But if the yen, if the yen futures break with these highs, they're going to rally, and that is going to bring some more bearish pressure to the pound versus the yen. But right now, I'm just waiting and see uh, what happens. Again, I don't look at how crazy this market is. Super volatile, and I wouldn't. Right now, if I weren't on a trade, I would not trade it at all.
no,
Just
that's
super volatile.
yeah, that's tough. That's hard going, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that
definitely. And
wide sweeps, and despite the beautiful ring low down the bottom there,
uh-huh.
who was
Which
to
one?
know what was the ring low right down at the bottom? You nearly had it. Yeah, stop there. So ring low,
Uh-huh.
um, that's the chart pattern. So you have a low test bar, you have a sell-off, a low test bar, and then the next bar across has a close above the high of that low test bar.
Uh-huh. So
So so you've got the low test bar at the bottom. Sorry, a sell-off, low test bar, rejection of the level, and then the following bar
yeah,
has a close above the high of the head bar. That's it.
right here, this one.
Yep. And that is what is known as a ring low. That is a chart pattern that is normally pretty successful.
And it was right here. That's 100 people move to the upside, right?
It is. And that was before we knew that they announced that they're going to have a little chit chat later past tomorrow.
Exactly, because that was the bar, and and do you want to see something crazy? It was a 30-second move that that was pure algos.
Oh my
Look at this.
gosh, that is eye-watering. I saw it flick in the corner of my eye and I thought, what was that? And I sort of didn't pay it much attention after that. I just
Uh-huh.
happened to have the pound up. Like I said, I have my head buried in spreadsheets and lots of numbers and trades and stuff like that. I'm just working through at the moment. So, yeah, yeah. It caught my attention on the flick, but when it came straight back down again, I thought, oh yeah, yeah, well, okay, something's. It's just been a news announcement. But as you said, it's just continual to climb back up there. But it looks like it's running out of steam at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's continuing to rally because there has been news and talks about the same thing over and over for the past 2 hours, and every time there's a blink on my news terminal, boom, there's a big push to the upside. Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy because I mean, it's super obvious that this is algo driven because every time I get a news popping up on my other screen, boom, the pound goes up. But again, I mean, hopefully we get some sellers, some American sellers on the New York session. But in any case, the other way that we could be looking at this is if it breaks and retests this level, we might actually
Good
because the
God,
thing
yeah,
yeah, because if we look at the higher time frame, Ainsley, the level that I traded to the downside was this one, right? This one right here. And if this rally, if this rally on the pound continues and breaks with this level and retests this level, of course I'm going to be out of my short, but it could be a nice buying opportunity for a rally continuation
yeah,
or yeah, and a break of these highs that have been quite strong in the past. This on the past what couple of weeks, the past week, this sector right here, this zone. So there's a couple of ways to look at this market, right? And from this 4 hour candle, I think that the upside is going to be the play for this session. But again, I don't know. We're going to wait and see. And that's about it. I'm not looking at any other market because I'm very focused on well, not focused, but I'm very keen on seeing what happens with U.S. equities at the open, given the fact that all the banks missed expectations and and some of them reported big losses. And yeah, that's
yeah.
that's
But
I mean
it's
that's about I think that's I mean that's the opportunity for today. If you're a day trader, right? Um, because bank earnings is a big deal in the States, and
yeah,
normally
yeah,
normally when banks report earnings, the market moves. So there's going to be some opportunities to make money on the short term, right? And that's exactly what I'm waiting.
yeah. It's just like I said, I mean, I was looking at the yen before and it worked out for the majority of the day it had moved slowly between 25 pips. It was pathetic.
Uh-huh.
So apart from the excitement that we've got in the pound and the news coming out of the bank, I mean, even like I said, gold's just not what I would like it to be, and it's not in the setup for me to take trades on that.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's just flat as a tack. The moving averages on my daily chart is flat. Dollar yen isn't moving anywhere. The pound is the only one that's got some action, but I'd be really careful now.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, just look at this. Just look at this. Now the EU has the EU senior EU official. We see no movement on the UK side of the three main issues: level playing field is key, etc., etc., etc. So the UK is saying that they're close to a deal or whatever, that a deal is possible, but the EU is saying that basically they're lying. So yeah, I mean, basically, right? Let- so who are you? I mean, who is the these algos listening to? Because the pound keeps on climbing. The pound keeps on climbing. So
Who's
yeah,
listening?
definitely. I'm going. I mean, I'm probably going to
Fat
get some
liars.
time at a small profit, but that's fine, right? But this, I mean, to all people that are listening to us today, be careful trading the pound on the U.S. Open, and I mean, manage your risk accordingly because it's not. I mean, it's not something that can be easily trade like a pattern breakout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, senior official says level playing field is a key for all leaders. So who are we going to be listening to on this Brexit stuff? I don't know,
Oh,
but
it's
again,
just, you know,
and then
it
we
is
have a call with Boris Johnson later today that is going to be that I mean, depending on what they say, right? And at the end of the call, and if they tell us what the call was all about, it's going to move the pound again, super crazy like this. So. So I'm going to. I mean, I'm going to just leave that trade on the back burner and focus on U.S. equities today to
yeah.
see if even my the scenario that I'm considering plays out, right? Because it might not play out. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And again, just to finish up, because we are about to get to finish our show. This false breakout on the DXY, it's kind of concerning to me because of yes, I mean yesterday's super bullish move had no follow through, right?
Mm.
And today we have, I mean, I don't think that PPI is going to affect too much the market, right? But what could affect the US dollar actually is a bearish move in US equities. So that might give that might give some push to this move. But again, I am not looking to get into a US dollar trade today either because I mean there's no direction. I was going to be looking for longs on the US dollar, right? But when I saw this, the lack of follow through on that breakout, I'm just going to stay away for the moment.
Didn't like it, did it?
Huh?
I'm looking at the bars, and just looking at it at the moment, it really didn't like going out above the
Yeah, it didn't, right?
out
It
of
did.
boundaries. It was like,
Yeah,
I shouldn't be here.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, he got out and then he's on. I'm getting back in. He
Yeah,
got
look at it flying, which means
yeah.
that gold should be pushing up. But yeah, I'm just not liking any of the setups. They're not setups.
No, I mean exactly. I mean, what you just said was is super important to me. Even though gold, I mean, even though the U.S. dollar is dipping at the moment, and we're seeing some bullishness in gold, I'm not gonna jump in because there is no setup for me, right? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be, yeah, I'm not gonna be chasing that move. But the move that I might be chasing is that bearish move in U.S. equities if it pans out, right? We're going
If
to
it
wait.
pans out.
Exactly. Well, on that note, Ainsley, thank you for joining me. It's
You're welcome.
been a pleasure. I'm
Not
gonna go
quite
get
Lloyd.
myself a cup of tea and some something for this headache that I have.
I was going to say, I'm going to join you. I'm going to have a glass of water with some Panadol. Actually, I've got
Yeah,
a thumper.
I mean the Panadol doesn't do anything to me, and I'm allergic to other stuff, so I'm gonna
That's all
have to
right. I'm
go.
a delicate little flower.
I'm gonna have to go the herbal way.
Okay. You take care, and we'll catch you
Yeah,
later.
yeah, you too. Cheers. Bye.